it's Shawnee. Welcome back. So I just finished doing my hair, girl, and now I have on my PJs. I don't have anything on my face besides Vaseline on my lips, and I have my little bladeless fan going. But despite all of that, I thought, why not do a video? Because guess what time it is? It is time for our weekly roundup, where I go over all of the eyeshadow palettes I've used over the past week and I rank them from least liked to most liked. Now this week is weird because I had a couple of palettes that I was like, that were newer that I was using, and so it's like they occur a lot throughout the week, so I think I'm gonna focus a bit more on like looks, I guess, more so than palettes, and the thing with my rankings is that it doesn't mean that I don't like a palette. It basically means that I like it a little less than I did other palettes that I used in the week. Alright, so I have 12 slots and I'm going to go ahead and just jump right in. At number 12 is the Cosmic Beauty Neutrals palette. This is one of the new palettes I was talking about, and I did a video, 2 videos with Jessa and Jan doing looks with these palettes, looks and swatches with the Cooltrals and the Neutrals, so that we could highlight how things look on deeper skin, medium tone skin, and light skin. And yeah, so the looks I did with this palette, really simple, couple of shades, nothing that blew me out of the water. But if you don't already have like a dedicated nude or neutral palette that you really enjoy and you like the Cosmic Beauty formula, I would say give this a try, especially because they're a bit more cost effective than some other more expensive brands. But I would say some of the other nude kind of like more affordable palettes that I like, one is the Flip Flop Colored Rain Rebellious Nudes. I also like they have like a neutral palette that is a small like 6-pan. I just have other nude / neutral palettes that I can use, so I don't know that I need this one. I like it. It's one that I will probably pair with other Cosmic Beauty palettes, just because it's a nude palette, womp womp, you know? But good choice if you like their formula, which I do, and you don't already have a nude palette that you really have as your go-to. At number 11, we have the Cosmic Beauty Neutrals palette. So with every nude palette, I like to make sure that I can do the simplest look that I really enjoy, which is basically just a lighter shade and a deeper shade, kind of like in cooler tones or just like brown. So I wanted to make sure that I could replicate that look that I do with other palettes with this palette here. I was able to, which I am happy about, because that just lets me know that it covers all the bases I need with some neutral palette. Did I say neutral? I'm not gonna do that. We're not gonna do it. Neutral. I'm making sure there's not a D in there. Now, the thing with this palette, although I enjoyed the looks, is that I just could have used a bit more depth in some of the shades. Just some of the lighter ones don't show up as well on me, and so I wish that there was a bit more of a deeper range in the palette. Yeah. At number 11, I have a set of single shades, and these are all Lethal Cosmetics shades. This is the shade Swarm. This is Biome. Then we've got Catatonic and Nymph. I pretty much just used Biome and did a bit of the mattes here, and another super simple look for work. I was wearing kind of like a summery top, and I just wanted a little bit of sparkle, and I've been trying to use my lethal shades a bit more. I tend to use my other single shadows, and I think that's mainly because my lethal ones, a lot of them came as like pre-made palettes, but my plan and what I've been doing is to just use all of my lethal shades shades as if they were just all singles. So I'm going to rearrange them in like a way that I really like, and I feel like such a nerd, but I do like the lethal shades, and I just want to make sure I am keeping them in the rotation as much as I do my other single shadows, just because I kind of see all of them as singles. So that was number 10. At number 9 is the Dose of Colors She's a 10 palette, and it is the palette that they released in celebration of their 10 years as a brand. Another simple neutral palette. I actually really like Dose of Colors a lot. My favorite things from them are the liquid lipsticks and their lip glosses. The only thing I don't like is I feel like they cycle or like rotate out shades faster than I would appreciate. But I really, they've been my favorite liquid lipstick and lip gloss formula and brand for quite some time. Now this was a pretty one-note simple look for work. All of my looks were for work. That's all I do, okay? And I enjoyed it. This is a simple palette. I don't really see anyone else that has it, but again, I do like the brand. I have liked their eyeshadows in the past. I especially liked their like the 5 pans that they have. I used to find that just so simple and easy to take with me if I was going somewhere. Now, you know, I'd just be taking my Danessa Myricks. But yeah, this was a nothing special kind of look, you know, just something that I threw together because I was running a little late. At number 8, I have the Mini Gold palette from Natasha Denona. Here it is. And I really enjoyed this look. I think mainly because I just felt like my whole look was cute on this day. I was at work. I had on a cute little dress. Well, it wasn't little. It was a good length. And I had on some cute shoes. My hair was cute. I had like a dark lip going on. And I just felt like the Mini Gold went super well with the look, especially because of the greens in here. Now, I will say that I like the OG Gold palette and the Mini Gold palette a lot. I have no desire for the Golden palette, and like weeks and weeks ago when it first came out, I did a like, can I dupe it kind of video, so you can definitely check that out and see what you think. Also, I tried to make it more kind of darker skin friendly, because a lot of the shades in the new Golden palette seem just a little lighter than I would prefer. So that was number 8. At number 7, we have the Cosmic Beauty Neutrals palette. I told you, when I get a palette, I like to use it, right? Now this one, I really liked this look. And this one was because I used like some of these really cool multi-chromes. I just found that those shades made the palette kind of more, I don't know, I liked it more with those shades. I'm really glad that they threw those multi-chromes in there because I pretty much enjoyed all of them. Again, this is not my favorite palette from Cosmic Beauty. It's just not. It's just not. Nothing bad about it, just not, I don't know, didn't blow my bra off. Not much does. It's pretty secured in there, you know? But I really like this look. I thought it was more of like a summery, shimmery look, and I liked it better than the other Nude Trolls looks that I did. So that is number 7. Now at number 6, I was just serving different on that day. Didn't want to do my hair, was feeling kind of in touch with myself, so I had on a head wrap. I used to wear them all the time, especially if you have natural hair. You know, having a little silk scarf and a head wrap on is very protective for your hair. Also, I just feel like, I don't know, it just embodies like the various cultural identities that I have. Anyway, on that day, I pulled out my Danessa Myricks Groundwork Blooming Romance. You're surprised. You thought it was going to be the regular one, right? But I used this palette. I just wanted some like mauvey pink tones. This was, again, another super easy look, just with a couple of shades on the eye. What I have started doing more is using the pomade on my eyelid and then going in with the powder on top to set it. I find that when I do that with the blooming or with the Groundwork palettes, the look stays longer and also it doesn't crease. So yeah, I previously, like, I didn't always set it with the powder, but then now that I've learned, like, dude, that's what you gotta do. Now, I'm not gonna say it will never, ever, ever crease, because if your face moves, you're gonna get creasing with a lot of things, right? But with this, I do notice a significant amount of longevity if I set it with the corresponding powder. So I just really enjoyed this look that day. I wasn't going anywhere. I was just like feeling myself, you know? So that was number 6. Number 5 is the Danessa Myricks Groundwork Defining Neutrals. Come on! You knew it was gonna be in there. This day I used this palette for the entire look. Well, I also used her blurring balm as my foundation, but I went in with Sculpted for my brows. I used Bark and Harvest for bronzer and contour. I think I used Mirage and Chiseled like on my eyes. I used Tourmaline for a little bit of smoking out the lash line. I just used everything, and this is the palette that is pretty much my go-to for when I do want that really easy, neutral, natural. It can be office friendly, you can glam it up. Yeah, this palette is just bae. I love this palette. I've got Pan in here, pomade and powder here, Tourmaline, Mirage. Yeah, so I'm like waiting for cousin to like give us refills or something, but I do have a backup palette waiting for me because my dear friend Tracy sent it to me. It's like in a special place, so just in case Danessa doesn't come out with refills, thank God for Tracy, because I don't know, like, what would I do without this? I don't think any of us want to find out. But that was at number 5. I felt really cute that day. Oh God, that was a rough day at work. Yeah, so I took the picture, I think, before I started seeing clients. That was a rough day, but I did feel cute. Okay, at number 4 is the Nomad Cartagena Mágica palette. Now this is the first Nomad palette that I ever tried and kind of set me on the road of enjoying the brand. And this one, I just love how bright and like summery and springy. This just looks like a happy palette. I think what happened was that I looked at a look that I did with this palette and I was like, that is so cute. Like, I need to copy kitty myself. So I wanted to take this palette out and just play with it a bit. For some reason, this was in my possibly to be decluttered pile. And then I was like, why is that there? And so I brought it back out and put it back into the drawer. And yeah, I'm glad that I did. I'm glad that I saved it. And see, that's the thing. That's why I don't do like declutter videos and stuff, because when I'm decluttering something, it needs to go immediately or else it's gonna somehow end up back where it started. So like, I just go on these sprees of like, I'm a declutter, and then that's it. I don't film it. It just happens throughout the week, the month, the year. I don't have like a designated time where I'm like time to declutter. It's mainly like, have I used this? Am I going to use it? Am I done with it? Has it been replaced? You know what I mean? And so then it just goes away unless I second guess myself and I haven't taken it out of the house and it ends up back right in the drawer with the other palettes. At number 3, what was wrong with me this week? It was the groundwork. Defining neutrals. I'm sorry, okay? God, how boring I was this week. How boring. Again, did the same thing, just a real neutral look. Now, I will say, when I use the shades in here, I do prefer like this side of the palette. I don't as much use these cooler tones. I like this, just, I don't know. I've seen Danessa use it and it looks really good on her, but she's like a professional. So, and everything looks good on her, okay? Like, you know, she's like one of those people, if you didn't admire and love her, you'd be like, whatever. But anyways, I did another this with a red lip. This is honestly my go-to for work. It's become my go-to. I think it's like as I'm maturing and aging, I'm just like, listen, I just want to look sleek and pulled together. And for some reason, I just feel like this neutral eye with the red lip, I just love it. Yeah, I think I look pretty with it, you know? And who doesn't like to look pretty? And I just love that I can do this look so easily with a lot of different palettes, and I'm pretty sure you can do it with a lot of other shades, but I just like to keep it real, like, natural. And so yeah, this was another using mainly this for a look. It was real cute. I was looking real cute. And I think some of my clients are like loving the red lip, because I think on that day, was it? I used the red CoverFX matte, the primary red, and then I also put on like a bit of gloss on top just to give it a little less of a matte look. And I was just feeling myself. So yeah, that is number 3. Yo, number 2. Guess. Neutrals again. But you know what? This was my favorite look with the Neutrals palette, because I was like, yes, this isn't my favorite Cosmic Beauty palette, but let me just keep giving it a try. I really like to make sure I use every shade a couple of times before I make a like, okay, unless right out the bat I'm like, this sucks, which I think has happened like 2 times for me ever. But this one I really liked. I love the shades. I really do like an orangey, kind of like burnt orange leaning into red kind of look. And on this day, I was just, again, feeling myself. I really enjoyed it. I liked the look. It was my favorite look thus far with the Neutrals palette. I know y'all are done with it, but you know what? I think it's important when we get things to like really use them and to not just be like, you know, I'm gonna do one look and just be done with it. I really do like to make sure I'm using stuff. Now, at number 1, finally it's something different. It is the Cool Trolls palette from Cosmic Beauty. Now, I surprisingly like this palette more than I like the Neutrals. Yet and still, I could really use some deeper shades in like the purples, and I don't know, like these are to me the more toned down, like boring palettes from Cosmic Beauty. But I just love the vibrancy of this palette. I love of this look, the depth. I pretty much stuck with the deeper shades and really enjoyed it. Now there is a shade in here called Eclipse, and this is one that is a black matte with some like sprinkles sprinkled in. I will say that just the shimmer kind of blends away. Very similar to the shade they have in their Gothic palette. It's like it's either a black or a purple. I think it's a black with like some purple shimmer. The shimmers just kind of go away. I really enjoyed this look. I did other looks in the video, but this is the only one I took a picture of. But anyway, I really liked it. The other looks, if you want to check those out, I think they were a lot simpler, a lot more straightforward, and they are in the video, the Cool Trolls video that is up, where I do swatches and some looks. That's it, y'all. I think this is going up on my birthday. We shall see if it does, but if it does, don't forget to tell me happy birthday. I feel it'll be interesting to process how I'm feeling about my birthday in therapy on Tuesday at 3. Yeah. I'm not one of those people that's like, oh my God, this age. It's more, I don't know. It's a long story. If I've talked to you about it, then there you go. But thank God for making it to another year. Yes, that is definitely something to celebrate. So yeah, don't forget to tell me happy birthday. And I'm sure I will have stories from the day, because when do I not? I am getting a massage early in the morning. Oh, I'm going to tell you all about it. Usually I get hot stones added, sometimes. But now I'm doing Himalayan stones. I don't know what that is, but they look cute. So I was like, why not? Anyways, enough yammering on. I'm seriously about to brush my teeth and go to bed. So let me know what you've used over the past week. Have you been using your singles? We kind of got off track a little bit for a little while, but check in and let me know if you're using your singles. Also, let me know what you've been using, anything that you've gotten recently. Nothing's really like piquing my interest. So yeah, I'm good. Anyways, I hope that some of this was helpful, and I also hope that you're continuing to take care of yourself. I would love it if you like the video, and I would love it even more if you subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for watching my bare face in my PJs with my Vaseline on, and I will see you next time.